A very good evening once again. My name is Abdelrazak Ali. Al-Shabaab militants have warned local banks and money transfers against exposing their customers. The move by the militant group comes barely less than a fortnight after the federal government of Somalia froze dozens of bank accounts linked to that group.
In an ostensible response to Somali federal government closing down accounts allegedly linked with Al-Shabaab militants, the group gave a stern warning to institutions regarding exposure of clientele information. Recently, the government closed down over 250 bank accounts and 70 mobile transfer firms linked with the militants as the country started implementation of tough measures supporting Al-Shabaab. Sheikh Ali Dere, the group's official spokesperson, voiced that the act of exposing clients' information to a third party is not only illegal but also punishable. The frontman added that banks should either safekeep customers' money or refund.
laydinka yeeri maayo inaad dadka muslimiinta ah ee aad hantidooda ku shaqaysataan aad diintooda naftooda maalkooda iyo cirdigooda gaalada baylaha uga dhigtaan idinkoo maslaxadiina gaarka fiirsanaya laba arrimood idinka ikhtiyaar u leh inaad amaanadii la idin dhiibtay u ilaalisaan ummadda aad iltisaamtaan ahkaamta shariicada sida aad ballan qaadeen ama aad ummadda hantideeda u celisaan inta aysan gaaladu afka ku shubanin wixii hanti ah ee idinku dhumana adinka mas'uuliyaddeeda dusha saaranaya qodobka afaraad dadka ganacsatada ah waxaan leenahay hantida idin taala bangiyadu
President Hassan Sheikh has activated a serious crackdown against Al-Shabaab, which includes targeting financial institutions that grease the transactions done by the militants. A number of banks and mobile banking firms have been accused of abetting Al-Shabaab monetary services across the country. A report published by the United Nations established that Al-Shabaab runs an annual budget of $100 million, with nearly a quarter of it being channeled into purchase of sophisticated weapons. While a huge chunk of the money is obtained via illegal taxation of business, the group also gets financial assistance from foreign elements. The president believes targeting bank accounts will bog down the group's activities in the nation, as the government intensifies war against the militants in their strongholds.
Now, Member of Parliament Mahdi Guled, who hails from Somaliland, Hargeisa, has stated that he was elated to see Somalia's federal flag erected in Dalsan despite some leaders considering it treasonous. Abdirahman Yusuf has more.
The leader of Somalia's 11th bicameral parliament made a clarion call for the unison of larger Somalia, stating after 3 decades of war and conflict, the region can't stand further political and ethnic division amidst last annual tussle to join the larger Somalia after 15 years ruled by Somaliland. The former deputy prime minister also condemned the use of excessive force by Somaliland authorities against civilians in Las Anod after 20 people were killed in the recent weeks of protest.
mar walbana ka taagnaa waa ka halkan ii suran waxaan rabnaa inaynu halku dhag weyn ka dhigano Soomaalinimo ood maasan tahay furinta ugu dambaysan tiraya waxa weeyaan nabad wadajir gacmaha oo la isqabsado iyo maadaama ummad muslima aan nahay inaan meel uga soo wada jeedno cadawga ugu weyn oo maanta leenahay oo ah khawaarijta al-shabaab oo aan iska dhicino iyo daacish wad maasantahay wassalaamu calaykum waraxmatullaahi
MP Guled's parting shot was for the Somali people to unite and fight against their common enemy, the Al-Shabaab militants, which is a threat to political, social and economic development of the nation. Professor Abdi Ismail Samatar, who also hails from Somaliland, braced Mr. Guled's notion to have a united Somalia.
فقرة labaad oo tilmaamaysa in 3 maalmood ay ka soo baaraan dagaan xildhibaanada runtii waa wax aad iyo aad loogu farxo waana uga mahadcelinaynaa sida uu u dhowray gudoomiyaha isla markaasna loo waafajiyay sharciga waan rajaynaynaa in xildhibaanadu ayagana inta soo akhriyaan isla markaana ay
The SSC Grand Clan Assembly began today in Las Anod. This consultative conference was attended by 33-member committee appointed by Garad Jamal Ismail, as well as traditional leaders. The last few months has seen Las Anod in Somalia's sole region embedded in political turmoil. Straddling the breakaway region of Somaliland and Puntland, it had only been subject to local political bickering between clans. But in December last year, Violence broke out as protesters demanded a response to security concerns from officials in Somaliland. Las Anod, 1,000 kilometers northeast of Mogadishu, is the capital of the Sol region. When security forces shot and killed dozens, the calm broke. It worsened when crowds took up arms and demanded that Somaliland forces to leave the town. Once the Somaliland law enforcers left, the protesters chanted their desire for a united Somalia, waving the Somalia flag.
Well, Somali President Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has pledged to expedite the process to repatriate thousands of Somali soldiers trained in Eritrea. President Mohamud made the pledge during a meeting with a committee representing the parents of Somali soldiers training in Eritrea at the presidential palace. President Mohamud assured that his government will bring back home the soldiers. Somali President Dr. Hassan Sheikh Mohamud has pledged to expedite the process to repatriate thousands of Somali soldiers trained in Eritrea. During a meeting with a committee representing the parents of Somali soldiers training in Eritrea at the Somali Presidential Palace, President Mohamud assured that his government will bring home the soldiers. The parental committee commended the president for prioritizing their child's situation and quickly fulfilling his promise. Last December, the first batch of several thousand Somali troops that was sent to Eritrea for training in 2019 and 2020 arrived back in Mogadishu. It was in 2019 that the first of these troops, numbering 5,000 in all, were secretly taken to Eritrea to receive training. Many Somalis objected to the training, fearing that some of the soldiers would be used in Ethiopia's Tigray war, and parents of the troops pressured the president to bring them back home. Now, Somalia and Egypt have signed a memorandum of understanding following a meeting between the countries' ministers of communication and information technology. According to a statement, the memorandum of understanding by Minister of Communication and Information Technology Jama Hassan Khalif and his counterpart Amr Talat. Somalia and Cairo have signed a memorandum of understanding following a meeting between the two countries' ministers of communication and information technology. According to a statement, the MOU was signed by Minister of Communication and Information Technology Jama Hassan Khalif and his Egyptian counterpart Amr Talat. The deal is to promote cooperation between Egypt and Somalia in the information and communication technology, ICT, and postal sectors. The MOU also aims to support fruitful and close bilateral cooperation through the exchange of experiences in the field of information and communication technologies based on a common interest. Somalia will benefit from specialized training programs on the latest technologies in the field of communications, such as data analysis, artificial intelligence, information security, fiber optics, integrated systems, and cybersecurity. That's all we had for you on Dalsan TV, Somalia's premier TV station. My name is Abdelrazak Ali. Have a good night.